couldn't make it to survive the game.
Yeah, that was a shame, but here we are. Again, well bowled by McClanahan. Unable to get underneath it. Nabi. Well, like I said, Deshkata will ensure that they take a single at the very least. But here's Oman Rahman.
If you see, Ningrahar's fielding is much improved today. Like run out, they try to stop the ball, cutting the ball. This is a very close one.
No, that would have been gone. Of course, very difficult, just that one stump to aim at.
That's a good throw, but unfortunately he missed.
Straight behind the bowler, got plenty of bat on it, but Anton Devsic, who's also put in a very good performance in this APL, runs around to his left. He's done a lot of hard work in the field. I remember him taking a couple of really good catches. And of course, a while back, that 94 not out. So we've got so much talent and ability on display here in the league. I hope you're enjoying watching it around the world. Although this match is the first one that threatens, apart from the 139 earlier, that threatens a slightly low score. But we'll see how it all ends up.
Yeah, as I mentioned, these two teams are one of the most favorite sides of this tournament, and they are now facing each other. 110 for 5 after 17 overs.
কে বলে স্টার্স একে অপরের ফ্যান্স হতে পারে না? করিনা, বলিউডের এক্সপেরিয়েন্স একদমই ছিল না, কিন্তু ডিটারমিনেশন ছিল অনেক। লাভ, করিনা। এই স্টাররা একে অপরের ফ্যান, আর ওরা ফ্যান্স নতুন লাক্সের ফ্লোরাল বিউটি অয়েলের সাথে এতে আছে হাজারো ফুলের নির্যাস, যা তার কোমল সুরভিত ত্বক। নতুন লাক্স।
But if they keep going the way they are now, it's just 129. But I suspect that really should be a lot lower than they'll end up. Big Phil Simmons in the centre, Shafiq Sanizai, the CEO of the Afghanistan Cricket Board, all looking along and I'm sure are delighted with the fact that the league is up and running. And if there were any teething problems, I'm sure they're all sorted out by now. As the skipper comes back from the end opposite the pavilion. Which we can call the Sharjah Sports Club end. Ben Cutting too has bowled very well, none for 10 from 2. And he continues to keep it short, digs it in. This time Deshkata does just enough to catch the top edge. Fine leg was in. That's a very welcome fourth boundary for the box team.
Such a wonderful shot from Deshkata, and he will not stopping now because they have wickets in hands and they have to target someone. Like Ben Cutting will be the bowler as they will target. You never know.
Well, he got there a little late though, and very ungainly, but he will take the boundary. Fuller slapped away as a cover sweeper, so just the one. They need many more, but if Ben Cutting is to get his length wrong, then we know Nabi will go for the big one.
Very clever from Ben Cutting. Away outside the off stump just for 1 run. Nabi will take a charge.
Ben Cutting, of course, the most successful bowler so far. 5 for 28 in the opening match, followed up with 3 for 25. A little more expensive against Kabul. And here, because he does pick up a lot of wickets at the death, again, opportunities for Cutting as they are for Mohammad Nabi. Yeah, another big one, doesn't have the distance. Maybe not. Devsic getting underneath. Oh, big blow for Buck. And he hit the bottom of the bat. You always knew that might not have the distance. Still a smart catch, very well judged. And the skipper of Bulk Legends will have to return after not quite being able to power it on.
You beauty, Ben Cutting. As you mentioned, he's the leading wicket taker. And in the end, in that overs, he's one of the best. And he showed it. He got another wicket, the biggest wicket right now of Mohammad Nabi. He knew it, that I'm gonna be out. And I give a smile. And a Devsic, one of the finest fielder in Ningrahar team, he didn't miss it, and celebration everywhere for Ningrahar. 115 for 6. Nabi 20 of 18.
had crossed over. After that, Kaya. So Ben Cutting, as we were saying, of course, tends to strike at the depth, and he has once again. So here's the catch once again, very well judged by Devsic.
Such a clever bowler he is, and Nabi tried to hit all the way for 6, but he couldn't cross the boundary, and he back to pavilion. And I have to say credit goes to Ben Cutting of his smart thinking. He knew it that Nabi will come after him. He deceived him by change of pace, and he got out.
So Cuttings now, or continues to be the top wicket taker at 10.
One is leading wicket taker, Gulbadin is after him. So both are the best so far in this tournament.
Yep. Of course, Gulbadin does get a single, so brings Dishkata in, and that knock of 70 odd that he played, I think it was his first match, was quite brilliant. Hit the ball all around the park, and of course he runs so hard. Just one ball left in this over, and it's going to be a little tricky for Dishkata. Does he go for the big shot? He probably will, or does, at least he must ensure that he gets some bat to ball and gets onto the striking end, the other end. Oh yeah, well, it worked out well enough. Terrific delivery by Ben Cutting to end the over. Successful one for them. It's now 118 for 6 after 18. So Ben Cutting way up, 10 wickets so far, the last of them coming just the last over, and Gulbadin Naib, as Hamid has been saying, also did very well. 4 for 12 earlier on. That was a magnificent bowling performance. Isuru Dana, very clever, and you have high praise for Shirzad, who's got 5 so far.
Yeah, he is such a clever bowler, Shirzad. Zahid Khan got 5 wickets, and some good competition going on. Mitch Lanigan come back to the attack, 3 overs, 10 dots, 22 runs, 1 wicket for him. And he will be thinking about his last over. Ryan Tindiscata, he's in such a good form, and he will thinking to get some runs finally, to get score around 140 plus.
Now McClenaghan has not been among the wickets in the league so far, not many anyway. An opportunity here. Yeah, low full toss. Oh, he caught the sweet spot of the bat. Dishkata, wonderful, sped away to the cover boundary.
A smashing boundary from a blade of Dishkate. Such a beautiful shot. Nobody can stop that. Maximum 4 runs.
Salureza. Here we go. Low full toss. Usually a very quick delivery. A very good delivery, beg your pardon. Just beat that man at point. I think Mujib.
Mujib, yeah, he couldn't save that shot because it was too quick and a little bit higher in his height.
And goes for the big one again from the outer red. That should be taken again, and it is. Dishkata's brave innings comes to an end. McClenaghan picks up another wicket. Johnson Charles altogether too easy at the backward point boundary. Unfortunately for Bulk Legends, they are unable to power on in these last couple of overs.
Outstanding performance from Ningrahar bowling side. Another beautiful catch, no mistake. And that's call of cricket beauty from Ningrahar. Johnson Charles, no mistake. 122 for 7.
Well, McClenaghan a little guilty here. He would have had 2 in 2, but Gulbadin gets away with it. And McClenaghan will rue the opportunity of sitting on a hat-trick instead. He'll have to bowl another ball after giving one as a no ball. This is a free hit.
That's hurt a lot, especially to Mitch Lanigan. Got a wicket and no ball. Now you have to bowl again in a free bonus ball. And Mirwais will be a batsman to strike the ball. he can hit the ball. Very talented
You
all-rounder.
were talking to him a little earlier on. He's a big boy, Mirwais. Of course, he came back very well after his injury, but he is there facing his first delivery. Never easy, especially against a bowler of the capability of McClanahan. Free hit. Oh, well, just the one. Mirwais unable to get underneath it. Very cleverly bowled. Wide outside off stump by McClanahan, knowing that the batsman's likely to move away to leg to create space.
Such a clever, lot of experience behind him. He's showing his skill. It's very difficult, like batsman whose movement almost towards mid-wicket. That's the wicket. Twisting the bat, couldn't hold it, and straight away to the fielder.
Oh yes, when it when it comes off, it looks really neat.
Beautiful from Gulbadin. He's struggling in his batting from last few innings, and he have to do something to put the runs above 140.
Well, to a large extent, it looks premeditated. He prepared himself. It was a low full toss, and didn't he scoop it well for I think a six, isn't it? Oh,
Well,
just the ball
already
landed
for
just
four.
inside.
Such a brave from Gulbadin Naib. And another 2 deliveries left.
What next? Unfortunately, unable to clear it. Was pitched up by McClanahan. Another clever delivery outside off. Never easy to get so much power on it.
If you see the last game, last 2 overs, Barnell and Farid delivered was outstanding. Like the same line length area. He's Michelinigan right area he's using. So this line in length is very difficult to hit on a boundary or a 6, especially in death overs.
All things considered, not such a bad over. A wicket taking over. Last ball, 19th over. And, well, that might just go for at least 2. We think, will they take the double? They are.
Oh,
Big throw coming in.
nice.
Oh! Just didn't fall well for the keeper. Otherwise, that might also have been a wicket. Well done, Johnson Charles, nevertheless. 132 for 7. 1 over to go.